In this very first part of our interview with Yael Eini, we are going to ask her how she can best represent herself, what karma is, or how much we can influence our destiny. And then we try to define such intricate and sacred part of human as our soul.
My name is Oksana Bondarchuk. I'm the founder of Energy Reading Lab, and I'm welcoming Yael Eini. I know Yael as my teacher of Karmic Constellations, as the founder of Karmic Constellations, and the author of Karmic Healing. From other official titles, I know that you're a psychotherapist with many very advanced modalities on your list, and you're also energy healer. But all of these are official titles. I wonder, how would you describe yourself in essence? These days, you may have psychotherapist plate on your clinic door, but actually they could be shaman or witch or somebody else hiding behind it that people actually sense and come to see you. So who are you?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I hate this question. Exactly what your other teacher said, because it's like, it doesn't say anything. When people ask me, I say I'm an emotional therapist for grown-ups. Doesn't say anything. So yes, I do a lot of karmic constellation. I teach karmic constellation, which I developed. I also do family constellation. I also do energetic healing work, channeling through the energetic healing work and somatic experiencing. Like, I combine whatever the client need when they need it. Yeah, all those tagging stuff are less me.
Thank you so much. But would you still say that you, to some extent, can call yourself maybe a modern shaman? But the fact is, we hardly receive any papers as shaman, no certificates, no diplomas. It's something that we have in our essence when we work with something non-tangible, non-material, with spiritual, when we work with something we cannot touch, and when we travel through time.
I think I think one of the reasons I'm not using the word shamanism is because then people expect all kinds of stuff from you, which I actually don't do. Like, the way I travel through time is very different. Even the way I restore energy, or the way I work with soul fragment is very different. So you can call it modern shamanism, but for me, doesn't say anything to anyone. I help people heal themselves, go through their path and heal themselves emotionally or sometimes even physically.
Since we are talking about karmic, could you define this word? Is it all about destiny? Is everything predestined? Or to what extent can I actually, am I influencing my life? Do you have answer to these questions?
Karmic constellation, or the word karma by itself, karma is action. It's a Sanskrit word, it's about action. And all the traditional tend to interpret it as cause and effect. Is there a destiny? Yes. Do we have to achieve it? No. This is about self-choice. This is about personal development. Before the soul incarnates, she aims to learn certain things, to develop in certain ways. It's okay for not doing it. It's okay for choosing a different path. It's okay to not succeed. Because for the soul, okay, if I didn't succeed, so I'll go back again. And not like us as human, when we think about coming here back again, it's like, oh no, I don't want to come back again. For the soul, it's like, yay, I'll come back again. Like I'll explore, I'll advance, it's gonna be an adventure. And like again, for us, I know so many humans that just in the thinking about coming back again, like so they don't want to die in order to not come back again. But for the soul, it's fun.
Would you be able to define the soul for us then? Because as far as I understand, soul is a very important notion in Karmic constellations. We talk about the perspective and level and life of the soul. And I know you have absolutely brilliant channeling piece in your book about the soul. I've never seen anything close to how the group described it.
Beloved, beloved, beloveds, sounds, unique and delicate, infinite geometry, each of you, like a snowflake, is made of a wonderful jigsaw puzzle of color, sound, and geometry. O dear ones, you are holy. A soul is a holy thing. If only you knew how profoundly in His image you are. You are he or she or they, no matter the terminology, you are the being itself, and as such you are sanctified. That is the soul. The soul is one. You are all one. You are all the one. Not only did you not come from dust, and to dust you will not return, even though your body is dust, but in your essence you came from the light, the source, the creation, the infinite creator. You are the love. You are God's love for His children, your love for yourselves. You are the love of this sphere and the love of humanity. If only you knew how much you are loved, how much you are love. If only you would listen to the notes that make up the essence of who you are, or look at the very geometry you are built of. We are not referring to the shape or energy of the Merkaba, but to something far beyond that. Every being, every soul, every person is made up of an infinite number of geometries, sounds, and colors. When spirit becomes solid, it becomes solid through shapes, colors, and the sound of music, the notes. This is the clearest explanation of what a soul is, even if it's not at all clear. You are made of notes, thin silver threads that create the unique snowflake that is you. Each such flake was lovingly carved by God Himself and herself. Gender is a human construct. It is not the language of love. Each of you was created in love and is love, and one day will return to love. One of the soul's goals is to discover this love within yourself and in the world. You are, dear ones, the infinite light, the essence of the soul, light, love, godliness. The purpose of reincarnation is to uncover in matter the fact that you are light, love, God. This is our answer to what the soul is. We are the group. Unquote.
The soul is an energy, and this energy is connected to source and also connected to human. In one way, we can look at us all as one soul, but we are still individual. So we can look at the soul also as part of the creation. And when this energy that we call soul wants to incarnate, she chooses a body. The body can't contain the soul. She's too big. So a portion of her, of it, goes to the body. So we do contain a soul in our body. In a way, that's what gives us life. In the Bible, it's written, and He put a soul, and then the man, Adam, start breathing. And I will say that in Hebrew, the words soul and breathing are actually have the same letters. So souls gives us the way to breathe, also bring the consciousness into the human. And yet there is a part of the soul that stays in, I like to call it between life more than heaven. So there is a part of the soul that stays between life and is still connected. So we can get messages from our soul and we can align to work with the soul. I think one of the most important works in Karmic Constellation is to align with the soul, because when we are aligned with our soul, the path becomes clearer. And one of the things I teach in Karmic Constellation, and we learn in Karmic Constellation, which for me in the beginning was really interesting, that the soul have a different perspective than the human. Like me as a human can look at a situation and say, and really feel victimized for this situation, like why is it happening to me? I don't like it. I'm suffering, etc. And the soul can look at it and say, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. There's so much learning here. And when you work in Karmic Constellation, like the human can look at the soul and say, are you okay? Like, this is insane. And then the healing part is when the soul understands the human and the human understands the soul. And then when there is this connection, whatever we experience outside become, I want to say less catastrophe, but it's a huge words. I think become just less. We don't perceive it as bad as we perceived it a moment ago. We suffer less.
Yeah, as far as I remember from your book, the soul, it's not that sensitive to pain and suffering as we are in our physical bodies as humans. So to some extent, blending into the body, it gives soul the necessary experience and learning of, what our actions can lead to, right?
Yes, one of the example which I really like in the book is that the soul, one of the reasons she incarnates because she can't feel and sense. Like if I'll come and hug you or kiss you, you can feel my lips and it can be pleasant or unpleasant, moisturized, dry. Like there are many sensations, but you need the body, you need the skin. And the soul doesn't have it. This is one of the reasons souls incarnate, to feel, to sense. It's something that in the energy world, you don't have it.